Today, we're jumping right into one of the biggest challenges in parenting. You know the one. You say something to your child, and it's like your words just vanish into thin air. We're going to get into why that's happening and what's really going on. You ask your kid to grab their shoes or, hey, come to the table, dinner's ready, and you get crickets. It's that all too familiar silence that can just make you feel totally ignored, disrespected, and frankly, completely exhausted.
But here's a big question. What if we're looking at this whole thing the wrong way? What if not listening isn't them trying to be defiant? What if it's actually a form of communication, a signal that they're trying to tell you something really important about what's going on inside them?
That's exactly where we're headed. In this explainer, we're going to lean on some amazing insights from child development experts to show you how to reframe these super frustrating moments and turn them into incredible coaching opportunities. Okay, so let's dive into the first big idea here. A lot of the time, and I mean a lot of the time, when your child isn't listening, it has absolutely nothing to do with you or your relationship. It really just comes down to their biology. So, inside your child's head, there's a part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. Think of it like the brain's air traffic control center. Well, guess what? It is very much still under construction. This part of the brain is in charge of impulse control and focus. So expecting them to just instantly switch gears or remember a list of instructions, well, you're asking for more than their brain can often deliver. So the solution is to work with their developing brain, not fight against it. Instead of a big, broad command like, go get ready to leave, try breaking it way down into single, simple steps. First, please put on your shoes. That's it. Just like learning a new skill, it's all about one move at a time. You know, you can think of your child's ability to focus like a phone battery. It just drains so much faster than an adult's. And this isn't a choice they're making. It's just a simple biological fact about their developing brain. And this chart really shows you what that looks like in the real world. I mean, look at this. Expecting a 4-year-old who can realistically focus for maybe 8 to 12 minutes to have the attention span of an 8-year-old is just setting you both up for failure. Their capacity to pay attention literally just runs out faster. So to capture that limited attention, you have to connect first. It's a non-negotiable. Get down on their level, physically, make eye contact, and then acknowledge what they're doing. Wow, that Lego tower you're building is amazing. In 2 minutes, it's going to be time for dinner. This sends a clear signal that it's time to listen up. Okay, now let's get into the second major reason this happens. A lot of the time, what looks like defiance isn't about biology at all, but it's about a deeper unmet need. Their behavior is actually their best attempt to communicate that need to you. And right at the heart of all of this is your connection. You see, the foundation of cooperation isn't authority, it's the strength of your relationship. If a child feels disconnected from you, their motivation to listen and cooperate just plummets. And believe it or not, the fix can be surprisingly simple. Research shows that just dedicating 10 minutes, that's it, just 10 minutes of uninterrupted one-on-one time to your child each day, doing whatever they want to do, can dramatically improve their willingness to listen later. It just fills up their connection cup. Now, this next one can be a tough pill to swallow, but it is so important. When a child says no or straight up ignores you, they are often practicing a vital life skill, asserting their independence. They're learning that they are their own person with their own will, and as frustrating as it is, that's a really healthy part of growing up. So instead of a command that just invites a power struggle, try offering a limited choice. This respects their need for control, but you still achieve your goal. For example, it's called out. Do you want to wear the blue coat or the red one? See that? Suddenly, you're on the same team. Oh man, we've all been tempted to say it, right? But phrases like this, which are just loaded with judgment, they feel like an attack on a child's character. All it does is trigger shame and defensiveness, and that just shuts down any chance of cooperation completely. The alternative is actually pretty simple. Use neutral observational language. Instead of, your room is a disaster, just try, I see toys on the floor. This little shift invites your child to become a partner in solving the problem, instead of being the problem. This one can be tough to admit, but sometimes we fall into what you could call a yelling cycle. I mean, if a child learns that nothing really happens until you start yelling, then we've accidentally trained them to tune out our calmer requests. They're just waiting for things to get serious. The way to break this cycle is to mean what you say the very first time. Make your request calmly and clearly, and then if it's ignored, you follow through with a calm, respectful action, like gently taking their hand to guide them or turning off the TV yourself. Ultimately, Every one of these strategies points to a huge, fundamental shift in your role as a parent. You move away from being the enforcer who's always locked in this battle of wills, and you become a coach who guides, who understands, and who connects with your child. So, to wrap all this up, let's just remember these key takeaways. See their behavior as communication. Understand it's often about their developing brain, not defiance. Look for that unmet need hiding behind the action. And most importantly, build that connection, because that truly is the foundation for everything. Now, putting these ideas into practice takes time. And sometimes a structured environment can really help. That's why programs like Mastery Martial Arts can be so powerful. They're specifically designed to build the focus, the self-control, and the respect we've been talking about, helping turn children into great listeners and confident leaders. And we'll leave you with this one last thought. The next time you feel that wave of frustration building because your child isn't listening, just pause for a second. Take a breath and ask yourself this one simple question. Seriously, the answer might just change everything.